Hello and welcome to This Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here today. We're going to be looking at one of the most, genuinely fascinating concepts in psychology and education, and that's cognitive diversity. Did you know that for over a century, a single test basically dictated how smart the world thought you were? Today, we're exploring Howard Gardner's brilliant theory of multiple intelligences. If you've ever felt like your specific talents just kind of weren't fully recognized by traditional schooling, or if you're just really passionate about understanding how the human mind works, you are in the exact right place. Let's get started.
For generations, society has largely operated on this single, honestly very rigid assumption that human potential and brain power can just be neatly bundled up and reduced to a single metric. You take a test, you get a score, and boom, that number supposedly dictates exactly how smart you are. But we really have to ask, is intelligence really just a number on a test? Today, we're going to completely challenge that outdated assumption.
Beyond the IQ test. Okay, let's dive into this and look at how we've historically measured intelligence.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how, for decades, the old standard treated intelligence as just a single, measurable ability. It was a total one-size-fits-all approach. But then, in 1983, this revolutionary shift happened, Gardner's paradigm. Instead of one single measure, this new framework argued that humans possess multiple abilities and entirely diverse ways of learning. It was a massive leap, really, going from asking how smart are you to instead asking how are you smart.
So, developed by psychologist Howard Gardner back in 1983, the theory of multiple intelligences offers this incredibly empowering premise. Basically, it says that every single individual possesses different kinds of intelligence. We all just learn in different ways, right? And because of this, the theory strongly emphasizes that our education systems absolutely must recognize and deliberately develop the unique abilities of every single learner. It's not about forcing everyone into the exact same mold anymore. It's really about identifying and cultivating the specific type of brilliance that each person holds.
The 8 unique intelligences. Let's move to and see how this builds. As we go through these 8 unique types, I want you to ask yourself, which of these traits resonate most deeply with you?
We'll start with the 2 intelligences that traditional academic settings have always focused on heavily. First is linguistic intelligence. This is your ability to use language effectively, whether that's speaking, reading, writing, or listening. We see this naturally in writers crafting a beautiful novel, or lawyers arguing a tough case. And grouped right alongside it is logical mathematical intelligence. This is the ability to think logically, analyze complex situations, and reason scientifically. Think of brilliant scientists or accountants dissecting data to solve these really intricate puzzles. So if you've always excelled at essays or algebra, these are definitely your domains.
But, the theory expands far beyond just language and math. Consider spatial intelligence. This is the incredible ability to visualize objects right in your mind's eye. Think of an architect who can look at a completely empty dirt lot and perfectly envision a towering skyscraper. That is spatial intelligence at work. It involves this really deep understanding of shapes, colors, maps, and intricate designs. People with strong spatial intelligence can effortlessly imagine things from entirely different perspectives, which makes it an absolutely crucial cognitive skill for painters capturing a scene, photographers, and graphic designers.
Next up is musical intelligence. And hey, this isn't just about enjoying a good song on the radio. It's about how your brain actually processes the world through sound. It refers to the ability to recognize, create, and deeply appreciate rhythm, melody, pitch, and complex musical patterns. It's the reason why some people can instantly replicate a tune on a piano, while the rest of us, we just hum off key. Singers, composers, and music teachers naturally exhibit this vibrant form of intelligence, and they end up composing music almost intuitively.
Then we have bodily kinesthetic intelligence. So this is the ability to use the physical body skillfully, either to perform activities or to express ideas and emotions. People with this intelligence possess just extraordinary coordination, balance, and motor skills. Obviously, we immediately think of athletes and dancers moving gracefully. But it's not just sports. It applies to highly precise fine motor skills too, meaning a craftsman building furniture or a surgeon performing a really delicate operation. They rely heavily on the exact same physical intelligence as a prima ballerina to do their highly technical work. How cool is that? Next, we have 2 intelligences that are all about how we process human behavior and emotion. First is interpersonal intelligence. Notice the inter, meaning between people. This is the outwardly focused social skill of understanding the feelings, motivations, and behaviors of other people. These individuals make absolutely natural teachers, leaders, and social workers because they can resolve conflicts so effectively. And this brilliantly illustrates the contrast with our next one, intrapersonal intelligence, the intra meaning within. This one is inwardly focused. It's the profound ability to understand your own thoughts, strengths, and goals. Philosophers, psychologists, and reflective writers often display this deep inward intelligence.
Finally, we have the eighth type, naturalistic intelligence. This is the specialized ability to recognize, classify, and deeply understand plants, animals, and other complex elements of our natural environment. Farmers, botanists, zoologists, and environmentalists use this specific intelligence to deeply connect with and really make sense of the natural world around us. If you've always had a green thumb or just an undeniable bond with animals, you are tapping right into naturalistic intelligence.
Transforming classrooms and learning. Now that we know the theory, let's shift gears and look at the practical application, because this is exactly why this matters so much for education today. The educational implications of this are honestly massive, especially when we look at how we actually measure success. Under the restrictive old assessment model, schools relied almost solely on written examinations. If your linguistic or logical mathematical intelligence wasn't your primary strength, well, you were often just left behind. But Gardner's theory advocates for a totally new, empowering, and highly inclusive assessment model. Evaluation absolutely must consider students' incredibly diverse abilities and talents. It's about letting a student show what they know in a way that actually aligns with how their specific brain works. To support these diverse minds, Gardner's theory encourages teachers to completely overhaul the old, monotonous lecture-style classroom. I mean, imagine a classroom that truly comes alive. Instead of just sitting and listening, students are out on exciting field visits. They're engaging in empathetic role plays, doing practical activities, or even learning mathematical fractions through musical rhythms and hands-on experiments. By utilizing varied methods like discussions, storytelling, and projects, educators can actively engage every single type of learner, from the bodily kinesthetic student who really needs to move around to the naturalistic student who absolutely thrives outdoors.
So, the crucial point is, recognizing multiple intelligences allows us to adopt a truly learner-centered approach to teaching. Acknowledging that every learner has unique talents completely transforms our entire approach to human potential. By recognizing this, teachers can help students develop their full potential, making the process of learning far more meaningful, highly effective, and wonderfully inclusive.
It really changes the way we see ourselves and the people around us. We are all brilliantly wired, just in completely different ways. So I want to leave you with this provocative question to think about. Which of the 8 intelligences will you nurture today? Whether you're applying this framework to your own personal growth, your career, or maybe to the lives of the students and children you mentor, I really hope this explainer has inspired you to see intelligence in a beautifully expanded light. Thanks so much for joining me, and keep exploring your unique potential.